It is 110% safe to say that Victor Wembenyama has arrived to the NBA. After dropping 38 and 10 on the Phoenix Suns the other night, this dude is legit. I mean, he makes Kevin Durant look like me, and I'm a 5'10" point guard. I looked out there, I was like, why do they have a small dude on Victor Wembenyama? It turns out it was Kevin Durant, who's 7 foot tall. Some of these pictures in this video are just, he makes people look like ants. Greg Popovich, he's got something on his hands that nobody in the league has ever had before, and it's honestly scary thinking about the potential that this guy has. Also, you know, the Spurs have Devin, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sochan, a lot of other very interesting options on this team. So we're going to talk about all that and more in today's video. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see, a lot of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And now let's go ahead and get started looking at the new strategy, the new offense that the San Antonio Spurs have called F it, Wemby's down there somewhere. And here you can see it in live action. I mean, Jabari Smith is 6'10". Look at that picture. But, you know, let's just throw it up. He's going to do a 180 and tap it in over his head. Absolute ridiculousness there. Keldon Johnson on that one gets in trouble a little bit, picks up his dribble, and then just puts it over his head like a soccer player, fires it up, and, well, nobody else on the court, 7'5", Victor Wembenyama is laying that in. It's looking like the tank for Wembenyama has worked out. Everything that Spurs fans thought they were going to get has come to fruition. Greg Popovich couldn't be happier. I mean, look at that. Nobody else on the court happens to be 7'10". I don't even think he jumped in this picture. Here he goes again. You got the lob. Eric Gordon's looking up. I mean, look at that. Insanity. Trey Jones is not that short. I mean, he's short, but he is not that short. There's a few plays from this Suns game that you just look at it and how do you guard that? I mean, here he is. His release point is a good bit above Drew Eubanks' head, and Drew Eubanks is 7 foot tall. You can't even contest that. You can't get a hand up. There's Jusuf Nurkic trying to lay the ball in. Didn't work out. Here you go. You got a little jab step into a 3-ball, and that is not – that picture's insane too. But this is not, you know, a normal halfway through the second quarter shot. This is a shot up 7 with 2 minutes left. You need a bucket, and he's hitting a jab step pull-up 3. Okay, that one just looks like your dad in the driveway, and you're looking up and you can't do a thing about it. Eric Gordon, I mean, it's not fair. He got a friendly roll, but it just looks like you're out there in the driveway with your dad. He just turns around and shoots it over you. This is a new strategy Victor has called I'm just taller than everybody. He's just going to jump and put it over his head, and there's not a single thing in the world that anybody in the NBA can do about that, unless they want to end up on SportsCenter. Here's Wemby again, hit a little speed boost into a 1-2 pull-up 3. And at 7'5", that is absolutely ridiculous. Again, Drew Eubanks is 7 feet tall, ladies and gentlemen. And he is trying to stop this man. I don't know what this was. I was watching this in class the other day. Don't tell my teacher. But I was watching this in class, and I, yelled. How? He jumped from outside the restricted area on the other side of the court and laid it in from behind the backboard. That one, you know, again, I'm just 7'5", and there's not a thing you can do about it. And then here's this one. Yeah, again, that strategy of, I'm going to put it over my head, and let's see what you do. So far, through about 5 or 6 games into his NBA career, he's averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 2 assists per game. Absolutely alienish stuff from Victor Wembenyama. I might have just made up the word, but 50% from the field, 32% from 3. He's playing 29 minutes a game. His per 36 numbers are looking like 25 points a game as a rookie. I mean, come on, 1.4 steals, 2.2 blocks. The kid's 20 years old. 20 years old. He can't even legally drink in the NBA, and he's putting up 21 and 8 in his first 6 NBA games. Now, he does have some help. Don't get me wrong. The Spurs they've started off 3-2. Very nice start to the year. Vassell's averaging close to a 20 ball a night with 3.4 rebounds and 2.2 assists per game. He's had a very strong start to the year. We talked about Vassell, and one of the things he needed to do was get more efficient. Well, 54% from the field, 41% from 3, 1.3 steals. He has taken that next step. He has taken that leap, and Devin Vassell is a dog. Keldon Johnson, 15.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists per game. Very good numbers from him, but the efficiency, he's kind of taking a back seat when it comes to scoring, which is something you love to see. You love to see the unselfishness. The efficiency, however, has not been there. And then you got the PG1, Jeremy Sochan, the last guy on this roster I thought that would be PG1 at the beginning of the year. But hey, turns out Greg Popovich likes to mess around with lineups, and this is the lineup that he came up with. 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Sochan. Not very efficient at all, but the one-handed free throws, hey, those are turning out pretty well. He's only playing 27 minutes a game as well. But yeah, those are the top 3, other guys they have besides Wemby. They have some other help as well. Trey Jones had a really good game a couple of nights ago. He can help you night in and night out. And then Zach Collins down in the paint. You play Wemby at the power forward because you still have Zach Collins that can start at the 5, and you have that all 6'5" lineup out there to start the game with a 7'5" dude in the middle. Very challenging to score on. You also have Malachi Branham, who we're kind of waiting to take his second-year leap, kind of waiting on him to break out. And then you have 2 really good shooters in Jetty Osman and Doug McDermott, who can absolutely light you up from downtown. This Spurs team is pretty complete. It's very fun to watch, and having Greg Popovich, he can mix and match whatever he wants to do. He's got them off to a 3-2 start after they had an absolutely abysmal start of the year last year. So very good stuff from Coach Pop. Obviously, one of the all-time greats, just got signed to a 5-year extension, so it looks like he is here for the long run. So they lose the first game against Dallas, and they win in OT versus Houston, and then back-to-back wins over Phoenix. Now, the first game, Phoenix didn't have Beal or Booker, and in the second game, they only didn't have Beal. But still, Wembenyama, 38-10. KD scratching his head trying to figure out what to do. They got a game against Toronto coming up soon. This video will probably be out, or probably be made by the time that video, or by the time that game, goodness gracious. This video will be made by the time that game has been played, but it won't have come out yet. It's probably coming out on the 6th, so right in time for that Indiana game. But a couple of very much winnable games coming up. God, my grammar is terrible I've had a stroke in the last minute of this video. It's bad. But a couple of winnable games there, so very, very easy route to get to 5-2 for this Spurs team. But Wembenyama, everybody is doing tricks on it right now, but deservedly so. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. We don't know how to act as basketball fans. The closest thing we've had to this is like Zach Edey at Purdue, just making everybody else look stupid trying to guard him. But Zach Edey can't do that. Zach Edey can't run in transition and dunk it on people. He can't pull up from 3 in clutch time. Victor Wembenyama, he is something else. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy today's video at any point. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.